Hey folks, how's it going? Today let's talk about a serious topic that often goes unnoticed in our conversations about climate and the environment. What if all of a sudden the world's ice just disappeared? Imagine that ice we put in our drinks or see way off in the mountains. Well, it's not as simple as it sounds. Let's explore this scenario and understand the potential consequences with a youthful perspective. First and foremost, we need to understand that ice isn't just for cooling our drinks on the weekend. It plays a crucial role in climate regulation and maintaining ecosystem balance. Those glaciers in the Arctic and Antarctic, for example, help regulate the planet's temperature. But what would happen if they vanished? Without ice to reflect sunlight back into space, ice-covered regions would become darker, absorbing more heat. This would set off a domino effect. The temperature rise would accelerate ice melting, which, in turn, would further increase the temperature. It's like a vicious cycle that could lead to a significant spike in global warming. And then, the climate would go so haywire that even my weather app wouldn't be able to predict it. Another thing to consider is the rise in sea levels. With the melting of polar ice caps and glaciers, we'd have a flood of water pouring into the oceans. The result? Coastal cities would be threatened, and many people would have to hightail it to higher ground. Imagine those beaches we love so much. Some of them could become mere submerged memories. We can't forget about the animals, right? Many species, especially those adapted to cold environments, would be seriously endangered. Polar bears, for instance, rely on sea ice to hunt and feed. Without it, things would get tough for these guys. And it's not just in the North Pole. Down south, penguins would also lose their hunting grounds. Ice also influences global wind patterns. Without it, we could see significant changes in winds, affecting storm formation. We might experience more intense storms and even alterations in the distribution of rainfall around the world. The weather would become unpredictable, and again, not even the weather app could handle it. And if you thought agriculture would be unaffected, think again. With abrupt climate changes, rainfall and temperature patterns would spiral out of control. This would directly impact food production, leading to scarcity and higher prices. What else? Oh, hunger could become a serious issue. Well, folks, it's a serious matter. The world's ice isn't just a picturesque addition to our Instagram photos. It's a fundamental part of our planet's balance. If we don't start rethinking our habits and taking care of the environment, what was just an online conversation could become an uncomfortably real scenario. Let's stay vigilant, be conscious, and lend a hand to the preservation of our home, because in the end, it's the only planet we've got. Food for thought, and until next time, everyone. Well, before the video ends, I kindly ask you to subscribe and leave a like. This really helps me kickstart my channel, and I'm very grateful for your support.